everybody, and welcome back to the Green Witch Homestead. So today is not going to be a very long video, but I wanted to take you guys along with the winter solstice coming up and the full moon that we're having right now. There's a lot of stuff going on this time of year that you may know about and you may not. So I wanted to walk you through some of the things that we do and why we do them. Well, this year, our full moon in December is falling in Gemini in the sky. And that opens us up to all of this nice, safe, magical properties that we don't have to contend with any retrogrades. There's no eclipses happening. It's a good time to get back into manifestation. Now, basically, that means putting forth your energies into the things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to do. Manifesting is basically just positive energy. What's awesome about that happening now is that the solstice is a couple days after. The winter solstice is a time of year where we start celebrating the return of the sun, the return of the light. The days start getting longer and the sun is coming back. Spring is coming around the corner. Everything is starting to wake up. Winter solstice is the beginning of the year, the beginning of the calendar cycle. Everything is coming back to life. It is historically that time of year where planning starts happening, where you start putting forth your intentions for the next year, for the next season. That's where a lot of the New Year's resolutions came into history. For us, it all happens around the winter solstice. So I am making a few little decorations, and I'm going to show you why I use what I use. You may know that a lot of people use pine or evergreens of some kind in their decoration this time of year, but you may not understand where the practice came from. So pine trees in a lot of civilizations around the world, being an evergreen, are considered a symbol of longevity, of fertility, and of peace. So what we're using today is we're going to be making some little hanging clusters to put outside for the animals as well as in the house, just to make everything smell a little bit nicer. And I'm going to be collecting some pine branches and some pine cones if I can find them. There's not many this time of year. The squirrels have gotten most of them. Now these trees here, we are cutting these down to put the victory garden in. This is why I'm taking some of the branches off of them now to use. So I'm not worried too much about gentle pruning. Alright, so I've got my pine. Now I'm going to trim these up, obviously. They smell amazing. So we're going to use these in our little clusters. The other things that I'm using in my clusters is going to be orange slices, grapefruit slices, and there are specific reasons for each of those pieces as well. So what I did was I took some older fruits that were just nearing the end of their cycle and sliced them into these pieces and then put them in my dehydrator to dry them out to make them last longer. So now that we have all of our ingredients and decoration pieces, these are the grapefruits and they are glorious. I'm going to show you with the sun behind them. How beautiful is that? It's like stained glass. That's why I love doing these things. They're just so, so gorgeous. We are going to put together some little things to hang out in the trees, outside for the animals, as well as in the house to just put off that nice Christmassy smell. So for the little bundles, I like to get a couple branches of the pine like that, lay it out so it's kind of fanned out, and then I take a grapefruit and I slice it in half. And I do the same thing with the orange. And then I'm going to take one of these little sprigs of berry, put it in there, and then I'm going to take my string and wrap that all up. And you just very carefully tie it at the base, just a simple knot. Replace everything how you want it, and then you just take your ropes and you wrap them. So for the individual slices, I just poke a little hole through it and I take the string. My rooster's getting involved. Take the string, just make a little loop and tie her off. Just like that. Now you can hang these outside, you can hang these in your Christmas tree. I like to hang them around outside, that way the animals can nibble on them. The birds love these. Squirrels as well. And you can be creative with it too, and put two together if you want. These are so much fun, you can do them however you like. And then you just take them and you hang them up in the trees around your property. Or in your Christmas tree, you can do that too. But I like to have them just out. It's very festive and the animals can enjoy them. So this is just some of the more traditional decorations that I like to do this time of year. Not only, a lot of people use oranges and grapefruits and things like this in their Christmas decorations, and they're not really understanding or knowing why the practice was set forth. A lot of people do understand that they are organic and it's a nice way to put decorations up that are animal friendly, so you can put them outside, and everyone gets that aspect of them. But a lot of people don't understand the deeper meanings behind them. Pine, for example, being an evergreen, represents, of course, longevity, but it also represents fertility. And as winter solstice is the start of the new season and the beginning of next season of plenty, it represents a lot of what's going on right now as Mother Nature is starting to wake back up for the season. It also represents peace. Oranges represent a sort of passion and intense spiritual energy. It kind of ramping you back up, getting you out of the doldrums of winter. Grapefruits are an emotional balance to the oranges by being more steady. Both of them, however, being a citrus, also represent the sun, which again, back into the winter solstice, the sun is coming forth, she's winning the battle, and the days are getting longer. Sometimes we will add cinnamon sticks as well, and a cinnamon stick traditionally represents the seriousness of your intentions. So all of these things together have meaning and have value, and as long as you put good thoughts and good energy into them, they're going to help put those and express them out into the world. Again, that ties into with the tradition of the New Year's resolutions. This is the time of year to be putting all those out. Everything is getting ready to come up for spring, which is, despite how cold it is just around the corner. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know it goes a little bit more into the other aspect of my life as opposed to the homesteading that we normally talk about, but there's not much going on right now with the homestead, so I figured I would talk more on some of the things that I do personally with my spirituality. I do hope you give it a try, even if you are not wanting to concern yourself with the different meanings. Overall, they're just absolutely gorgeous to hang up outside, and the animals like to eat them, so I do hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching our video and coming along on the journey with me today. Give us a thumbs up if you liked what you see, and remember to leave a comment down below. Let me know that you're here, say hi, and give us a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you want to follow along on our journey. We have a lot of time coming up here in the next couple days with the holidays that I have time off work, so we're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning up on Victory Garden, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And remember guys, get out there and get your hands dirty.